Hello, Dad. I need to go to the institute now. I'll be back at 5 in the afternoon.
Chris, wait a minute. Before you leave, I need to tell you something very important.
Sure, but you know I don't like arriving late to my English classes, Dad. I need to get an advanced level of English so that I can travel to the US to get a great job.
I know. That's why I'm telling you to wait. Your cousin has arrived from US.
Me, cousin? Oh, you mean Gustavo? I didn't know that. Where is he?
He's coming right now. I want you to wait for him. He can give you some advice to improve your English.
That would be awesome. Okay, I wait for him. I really want him to help me improve my English.
Oh, he's here. I'll open the door and tell him to talk to you. Good luck, son.
Okay, Dad. Thank you. I'm so excited. This is great.
Hey, Christopher. Long time no see you, bro. How have you been? Tell me.
Gustavo. I'm fine. When did you arrive? I didn't know you were here.
I arrived this morning and I decided to visit you before I travel to US again.
Cool. How was your trip? Did you get the job you wanted to get?
It was great. And yeah, I got the job. I'm on vacation here. Isn't that awesome?
Absolutely. But I need you to help me. Give me some tips about learning English. You've lived there. I know that you need to live in an English-speaking country. If you want to be fluent, that's the only way to achieve that objective. Please, help me.
What? You can only be fluent if you live in an English-speaking country? Who told you that, bro? Yeah, I have heard that before, but that's not true. At all.
My partners told me that. Isn't that true? I thought it was. I don't know.
Alright, I'm gonna help you, but you need to pay attention. Let me see. Getting immersed in a second language is truly the fastest and most efficient way to learn it. Living in a country where people speak the English language thus make it easier. But you don't necessarily have to live there to become fluent. Believe me. With technology, it is now possible to get virtually immersed in another culture or language. You can use technology to communicate with someone who is a native in the language, or practice with other students. Not only that, practicing with a teacher, peers, or simply listening to people speaking the English language will help you improve your speech in the language.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought I had to go to U.S. or England for that. Thank you so much. Oh, and is it true I can't speak fluent English if I don't have a large vocabulary?
That's another myth. It is only natural for a non-native speaker to not have the usage of a large vocabulary. However, considering that the English language is very large and is still growing, not even native speakers possess enough vocabulary to state, "I know English perfectly." With this being said, you don't need to have a perfect vocabulary to speak fluent English. In fact, you know what? Most of the language used in conversation is repetitive. I'm telling you this because I've lived there and I have heard many people speak in English. People tend to use the same couple hundreds of words on a daily basis, even if their vocabulary is much bigger. So, if you have a vocabulary of roughly 1,000 words, for example, that would be more than enough to communicate in that language. That's for sure. The key is to start speaking the language as soon as you start learning. Don't wait. Remember, when it comes to learning a different language, practice makes perfect.
Awesome. I didn't know that, cousin. Thank you so much. You know what? I have a friend who doesn't like studying English and he says he doesn't need to. He always says, why could I learn another language when I can just open an app and make it translate everything for me? Is this true? Is an app enough?
No, this isn't true. Google Translator is not enough. If you believe that apps can replace the human knowledge of a language, you cannot be more wrong. Learning a different language is never pointless. This myth is totally false. No app is of such high quality as a human translation. Believe me. In most cases, the results will be incorrect, confusing, or incomprehensible. Secondly, you might use technology to translate, but never to interpret. I've tried that. You won't really be able to communicate face-to-face with a machine or app. And even if it could, what kind of conversation will it be if you have to talk through a voiceover? And finally, there's the fun and the fulfillment. If you use machines to replace learning the English language, where will you get the fun and fulfillment of learning it on your own? Come on!
Oh, you're right. You're totally right. I haven't thought about that before. But even if I follow your recommendations, it takes a lot of time to learn the language.
That's another myth. Learning English does not take forever. Seriously. There's no such thing as a hard language if you truly want to learn it. Even at a slow pace. Dedication can let you reach your objectives in a short time frame. And about the time. There isn't really a reason to debate the time necessary for you to learn the language. This will depend on your willingness to learn, the time you can spend on learning it, as well as the program if you're studying in an institution. But you need to know, learning a language is nothing different from learning anything else. Believe me, in the sense that if you want to learn it, it won't take forever to do so. No. It will take you a while and you will have to dedicate your time and efforts to this goal. Of course, it will also depend on each person. Not everyone learns in the same way. You know, you need to find the best way to learn and improve your language skills. The one that suits you. Don't let myths pull you back. If you want to learn English or any other language, there isn't a good reason to stop you from doing so. Neither age, vocabulary, and definitely not time. Like that myth that says that if you're old, you can't learn a new language. You are never too old to learn English. This is one of the biggest misconceptions. In fact, some researchers found out that adults did better when they learn English in terms of pronunciation. Anyway, the secret behind being a successful language student is motivation and understanding of the process. And of course this includes knowing of the myths. So you do well to ask these things. It means you're really interested in learning.
I am. I am very motivated and committed to improve my English skills. And I also know that I have to work really hard. Please, let me know more about this. More tips. For example, that a shy person can't learn English. Is that true?
Of course not. It's totally false. But we don't have enough time now. I'm sorry. But if our subscribers like this kind of videos with tips to learn English, we can make another one.
It could be awesome. I hope they want it. If so, please let us know by commenting.
I sincerely hope you enjoyed our discussion. Don't forget to like, share this video with a friend, comment on my video, subscribe to the channel, and practice your English a little more. See you in the next video. Goodbye.